The way we grew up, we were two peas in a pod. I love my sister. She was there for me when I needed her. I protected her as much as she protected me.
Elinor Indico and his sister Elinor had always been incredibly close.
It was just basically me and her against the world.
Of course, they had their moments like most siblings do, but they always had each other's backs. So when Elinor had fallen on some hard times and needed a place to stay, Aristeo and his wife Ashley opened their home to her. Aristeo and Ashley had been married for 6 years, had 2 kids, and were expecting their third in a week.
Say I love you, Mommy.
I love you, Mommy.
My older sister, Ashley, she was a great person. She was a wonderful mom.
Happy birthday to you!
Ashley was the love of Aristeo's life, and with a new baby due to arrive, life couldn't have been better.
She just wanted to be a mom, a good mom.
Now blow out the candles, make a wish. Yay!
She was a firecracker, man. She was your backbone. She knew what she wanted in life. And if she wanted to go get it, she would go get it. And nobody stopped her.
But the blissful marriage and sweet life the Indicos were building was about to meet a horrifying fate. One that would pit brother against sister. As sisters-in-law, Ashley and Elinor's relationship was up and down. Sometimes they were close, sometimes not. And Ashley's sister Heather had her own rocky start with Elinor. It began on her sister's wedding day.
My twin sister was supposed to be the maid of honor. And we arrived, and Elinor was standing there, and she said, "You're no longer the maid of honor. I am." Elinor physically pushed me and my sister and said we were not allowed to take pictures with our sister.
But over the years, despite their differences, Elinor was there for life's big moments.
She was there through all of Ashley's pregnancy. Yeah, she was the first one to hold Annabelle, the first one to hold Alex.
This is Annabelle, my niece. You look so cute.
When Elinor moved into the family's Las Vegas apartment, the first 2 months were livable.
They're adorable, aren't they?
Then, things drastically fell apart.
I gave her 1 week. You could pack your stuff and go. You got 1 week.
Aristeo had given Elinor 2 rules when she moved in. Get a job and don't do drugs. Elinor had broken both of them.
My parents has always told me to get my act together, right? So I tried to push that tough love to her, and she didn't like it.
2 days later, tensions had hit a boiling point when Aristeo called to check in on Ashley.
She was telling me, "I'm totally done with your sister. I just got back from the grocery store. I left her with the kids. You know, Annabelle's sleeping, so is Alex. And when I would walk past her, she would slam doors, and I yelled at her and said, 'Hey, quit slamming the effing door. My kids are sleeping.' And then she got in my face and she told me, 'My blood pressure is going skyrocketing through the roof. Your sister's stressing me out. I'm 9 months pregnant.' And I told her, 'Calm down, sweetheart. We'll deal with this when I get home from work tonight.'"
But tonight was going to be too late. What happened next was straight out of the most grisly of slasher films. As the argument between the 2 women escalated, Elinor allegedly pulled out her 4-inch double-bladed ninja knife and chased Ashley, 9 months pregnant, throughout the apartment, stabbing her over 10 times. 3-year-old Annabelle and 5-year-old Alexander witnessed the attack. Terrified, young Alex ran to the next-door neighbor's house.
He came to her door and that he said that his mom was bleeding and that she needed help. He did have blood on his hands.
But help couldn't come soon enough. When Aristeo arrived home, Las Vegas police swarmed his house. A once happy life had instantly turned into a bloody crime scene. The horrific injuries included a broken arm and stab wounds to the back of her head, arm, ankle, and neck. Both Ashley and their unborn son were dead.
My first thing was, I yelled out and screamed.
Doubling down on his unbelievable shock, his own once loving sister Elinor was allegedly responsible.
I saw her as I ran across that gravel, and I told her, I was like, "Lynn, what did you do? What did you do to Ash and my baby?" And she just looked at me and looked away. She had nothing to say to me.
But she did have something to say to police. Elinor, who sustained 2 shallow stab wounds during the fight, claimed Ashley stabbed her first, and she acted out of self-defense. But she would later give police different accounts.
It sounds like it's just a massacre. It just sounds like it was the most brutal thing. How can somebody be so cruel and so mean?
Elinor Indico was arrested and charged with 3 counts.
Elinor's been charged with 1 count of murder with use of a deadly weapon, 1 count of manslaughter of an unborn quick child, and 1 count of child abuse and neglect.
I was angry, I was heartbroken, because the baby was an innocent life. And to do that to a pregnant woman is just the most terrible thing.
The very next day, Heather flew to be with her brother-in-law and the kids.
And I came here and I walked up and I saw Eris, and I gave him a big hug and I told him, what can we do for the kids? This isn't about me, this isn't about you. It's about Alex and Annabelle. Cleaned out the apartment and just became a team together.
The days and months that followed were beyond tough, especially for young Alex, who had witnessed it all.
He told me that he saw his aunt cut up her mom. He got in the middle of them trying to stop him, and then he got pushed aside. He was told by his mom, go get help, go grab your sister. And then he told me, I saw Aunt Lynn stab Mommy in the neck. And I had Mommy's blood all over me. And I walked out to go see where the truck was at because I wanted to go drive it and go get you.
Alex told his dad he wished he could have done more that day.
I couldn't do anything, Dad, I'm sorry. He's more hurt because he couldn't do anything to save his mom.
Aristeo says he doesn't know what would have happened without Heather's support.
She was, very calming, and she helped me throughout the whole entire process of this.
In the most brutal of attacks, Las Vegas police believe Ashley Indico, 9 months pregnant, was stabbed over 10 times by her sister-in-law, Elinor. Neither mother nor son survived. Ashley's husband, Aristeo, was absolutely devastated. So was her sister, Heather. But as Elinor sits behind bars, awaiting a murder trial, an incredible twist. While dealing with all they lost, Aristeo and Heather found each other.
Without Heather, my whole life had collapsed.
Heather and Aristeo's relationship changed from family to friendship to love.
It wasn't your typical, I'm gonna fall in love with her and she's gonna fall in love with me. No, we went through our phases.
The closer we got, we started falling in love. The happiness of us being together not only was comforting for us, it was comforting for the kids.
How can a guy like me get so lucky? After the things that I went through, I got another beautiful girl, that wants to start a life with me.
How would Ashley feel about her husband and sister falling in love?
I don't think she's mad at us for being together.
I miss Ashley all the time. It's not at all replacing, my late wife, Ashley. I chose to start a new relationship, and it just happened to be, my late wife's sister. And I'm okay with that.
And last year, they welcomed a son of their own, Jason.
It really does fill a big, huge void in my heart. The only one thing that I'm really good at in life is being a dad. Having him close to me all the time makes me feel like there is hope. I can get through this and I can come back. And, slowly I'm coming back.
Aristeo still struggles daily and worries what he'll tell the kids.
There's gonna be a point where they're gonna come and ask me, why did your sister do it? Why did I have to see it? I don't know what to tell them.
And now, his blood, his once closest of allies, is his mortal enemy. Aristeo says he asked for his sister to face the ultimate punishment, the death penalty, but the state of Nevada denied him.
I don't know how to forgive her. I told the detectives and I told the DA. She took 2 lives from me and I want her life.
We'd definitely be asking for a lengthy prison term for her if she's convicted of this.
Elinor Indico has pleaded not guilty. With her trial set for August, all Aristeo can do is hope for the family to heal and one day try to face the person who did this.
I'm hoping that the kids will be a lot happier. So I'm hoping to face Elinor and ask her if I was her brother before. And give me her side of the story. Deep down inside, I miss my sister. But deep down inside, I really hate Elinor for doing what she did. And to try to go past that, to try to forgive her, I don't see myself doing that anytime soon. But now I truly believe that Elinor is my inner demon. And hopefully one day I'll face it.